Welcome back to my channel. Today we're gonna talk about solar panels. If you are interested in installing a solar system, maybe to run a house, a shop, a shed, solar panel are one of the main components you're gonna need. Now, solar panel need to be placed where there's not a lot of shade. Shading affects solar panel. It prevents them from producing a lot of electricity. They Once they are in shade, they'll produce little or no electricity. These panels we're looking at, there are 300 watt panels. These are 12, where we got 12. They're the dark blue ones, and we have 3 of the light blue ones. The light blue ones are 270 watt. They are on a water heater. They're connected to a water heater. But we're gonna discuss these 300 watt panels. There are 12 of them. 9 are on one system. They are on a 5,000 watt hybrid inverter. I reviewed it on the channel, and there are three at the end here. They are on a small off-grid solar system, which we're gonna review shortly. Now, what can affect solar panels? Shading. Shading are one of the most. Shading is what you want to avoid when you have solar panel. You can have a large roof and it's shaded most of the day, and that can prevent you from having a large solar system. So your system that you have is going to depend on the amount of panels you can place either on your roof. I've seen some person get creative and built a car porch out of solar panels. So creative things can be done, but in all, you need a space where you have direct sunlight can catch the panels. Maybe you have a small roof. If you have a small roof, that obviously means you're not going to have a large system, because your system can be as large as the amount of panels you can place. Now, things that affects the panels obviously are like shading. Your neighbor's house can be in your way. That can affect you. Maybe it's a neighbor's tree. See, like we have this mango tree here. This definitely is getting close to the panels. You can see the shading. The shading is right there. And we also have this breadfruit tree. You can see how close the shading reach to the panel also. Now, at this time of the year, we are in March. We don't have a problem with shading on this roof, because the sun comes over pretty much straight overhead here and goes over. As you can see the sun right there. Yeah, so we don't have any problem here. In the later months, like September, October, November, up to about January, the sun is low in the sky, so the sun would pass over on that side. So then these trees now would come into play, and they would shade the panels somewhat, so we don't have a lot of days we have full sun on the panels, so they don't produce a lot of electricity then. But what can you do? I'm certainly not going to cut down my mango tree, and as I said, there are other trees around, so we have to do with what we got. Now, if you're in a location where a building is blocking your roof or something similar, that's going to affect the amount of panels you can place. Or you can place the panels, but it's going to affect the amount of electricity they produce. So you find that you'll have the battery and they don't fully charge daily. So they're going to limit the amount of power you can use. So that's just about that on solar panels. These panels, they are 300 watt. I'm gonna just show you specs on these panels. I bought these panels about 3 years ago. Look at them. Yeah, there's some Canadian Solar. There were some good panels. Alright, and they are all these, the 9 that's on the hybrid inverter, the 5000 watt hybrid inverter, they are connected in series. So they're just chain link, or you call daisy chain. So they're just connected. You got this one going to that one, to that one, to that one, then that one, then it goes back here and there until you get 9. So 9 of them are on that, and the other three are tied into that smaller system. As we will discuss more on that system. Now, today, like I said about these 3 years ago, panels have gone, so there's so much technology now in panels. They are increased the size of them, the amount of wattage, and so at the time I bought these panels, 300 watt were the largest panels available here. Now panels are in excess of 700 watts. So that's how far panels are gone. So I think it makes it a lot easier now. You can place fewer panels and get the same amount of wattage, because these 9 panels on one system, you have 3 times 9 gives us what, 27. So that's 2700 watts of solar. And if you have 700, each 700 watt panel, if you have 4 of them, that would give you 2800 watt. So you see, just 4 panels. So that's where the technology is now. It's gone. But these are what I have and are being using. So yeah, they work out just fine at present. The panels need to be placed, like you see, they are placed at an angle. They're facing east. No, they're facing south. They're facing south, and they're tilted about, say, 30 degrees. You can see this end is almost on the ground and that end is raised. So they are faced south. So the sun travels over on that side. So that's why you need to have the panels facing that side. All right. The shading is one of the key factors in solar panels. You don't want to have them being shaded any at all. They're not going to produce a lot of electricity. So try to put them in a location where they are far from trees. They are far from, obviously, as far as you can, you have to pick the right location. Maybe the roof is not the best location. Maybe a car porch is, something. So each person have to look at their location and decide where and how much panel the space you can place there. All right. So this I maybe would place, if I were to put another set of panels up here and put it at this side. By now you would see that the sun would catch the other set a panel a place. So I really wouldn't put another row of panel up here. But these work out fine. These panel they uh, they literally they manage to run the whole entire house. There are two systems. I'm gonna show that there's a small system. I'm gonna show you that small system just consists of these three panels, and they run the two refrigerators in the house. And the other hybrid system run everything else. So yeah, we're gonna check out that small system. All right, so we're gonna go back downstairs and show you that small system.